one of the things we've done, just as a brief introduction for those that may not know, was establish a community chat a couple of years ago. The first thing that we were happy to address was the nursing home and keeping it here. So it did spark the discussion amongst the community and also allowed us to bring them in the forum to the public. Since that time, I've had a lot of people approach me with different things that are going on in the neighborhood, whether it's the Peace Society, talking about what they do and how they give back. The fire department came and gave some fire safety tips. So we always like to utilize this as a time where we can talk about a community issue that's not necessarily voting, not necessarily anything other than we have some great groups represented here. We have Christopher Columbus, Friends of the Back Park, Friends of the Library, and I think it's great to have them here and talk about what they do and how they contribute because they're vital aspects to this neighborhood. So thank you for joining us, and with that, I'll just ask you to just briefly introduce yourself.
Well, thank you for having us here. This is very important to us. My name is Chris Savvy. I'm the president of the Friends of the Library, and this is Rita Pavilion. You probably know her. She's been here 100 years. All right, Rita's going to tell you about our programs.
Hi, good evening. I'm Rita Pagliuca. Thank you for inviting us. Rita Pagliuca, not Peter Pagliuca, like it says.
It's fixed.
It's
fixed.
All right, because it wasn't online, and I said, well, that's all right. That's my acronym. A lot of people call me a pain in the. So I'm really glad that you want to take an active look at what's going on in the North End. That's really important to us. I'm a lifetime resident of the North End. When I was in the library, it was right on North Bennett Street, and then moved over to that beautiful building on Carmenta Street. And I guess what would happen was it was going on its own, and there was funding, and then all of a sudden, like anything else, the city probably couldn't raise funds. So what happened was they started a Friends group, Friends of the North End Library. It started in 1992. And part of our mission is to intensify community awareness, to make the neighborhood realize how important our library is. I'm sure a lot of the older folks growing up, that's where you learned everything. Right now you go on the internet. But then when you needed to know, I know myself in the 80s when I was a young mother, and I needed to know about finances, the place I went was to the library. So it's very important that we raise awareness that the library is still a vital part of the community. So we have a lot of things that Friends do to help augment the income that's coming in from the city. So what we do is we have fundraisers, and we do awareness, things to make people aware that we're there. And some of the things that we do are, we have author talks, we'll have outings, we'll have things that the community seems to want to have. The more we see that we have people coming to those things, those are the kinds of things we have. So in our fundraising, some of the things that we were able to buy after raising funds was chairs and tables for the adult section of the library. So we're going to change it so that there's a continuity of the library area and then new tables. We put bean bags in the children's area. We bought them books. We started this Mahjong group, which we thought was just going to be 1 or 2 people. But it ended up being that we have several tables. We have additional Mahjong boards. So you see people from our community are moving into the library and seeing how important it is. So some of the activities that we've done, year-round activities that we have, are if you look at the outside of the library as you pass on Carmenta Street, there's usually beautiful shrubbery and bushes and flowers right now. And inside there's beautiful rubber plants. Well, that's because we have a bunch of garden gals who get together and come and water and prune and take care of it. And then we have, the thing to me that's changed is we used to have once a year, we'd have a book sale, we would drag all the books out and then put all the books back. Well, now we have a wonderful group of women who come and look at the volunteered books, the books that people volunteer and bring in. They look at them, they classify them, they put them on shelves, they're selling them for cheap money, and the rest, the best part of it is the rest of the books that we have there, we donate to More Than Words. More Than Words is an organization that takes these books and have underprivileged children learn how to be in a business. So it's a win-win. Now what's happened because of that is because people are seeing these books, they're coming into the library, they're buying these books, and we found the revenue going up. So these women have added immensely to what we're doing. And we finally have a great children's program in there. We have after-school programs for the kids. We have people that help to educate with the after-school for the homework. And Jennifer Hayes is not here, but one of the things she's most excited about, see, to me, because I'm a lifetime North End resident, what I want, I like the community. Thank you for the way the community has developed. It's not like Zula Zula, us four, no more. We've grown the community, but in growing the community, we have to also embrace the culture of the community. And so what I see happening is we're making people see that the library can be a vital part of our kids' lives and our lives. What Jennifer's most happy about is our public library is getting notoriety now. Before, nobody even thought of the North End Library. It was just a little bit of little place that nobody came to, nobody did anything. But now the citywide are looking at us and realizing this is a vital organization that's really growing and working. So starting in June, we're going to be part of what's called your Lucky Day program, which means that every time a book becomes on a bestseller list, 2 of those books will come to our library, and you can come and take those books out and keep them for 2 weeks. There's only 4 libraries around it that they've done that to. So we should consider that a feather in our cap. And that too is because I believe the Friends of the North End Library stick behind the librarians, and we get work done. If you walk into the library in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a beautiful tree that one of the carpenters at the North Bedford Street School made. That's going to be our giving tree. The librarians are going to say things that they think they need. Like, for example, they need a few more beanbag chairs. They'll put that on. You come in and say, I think I can spend $50 and get that. Or I think I can give $10 and buy them a staple machine. This saves them from using the budget that they have. And then they can use the budget for other things. So with the money that we've raised, we've had people like Anthony Samaco come in and talk about his book. We just recently had Delvina come in, and this theater group, and what they do is a thing about W.C. Fields and Mae West. So you see it varies in what we do. But I want to thank you for listening to us, and I always call him Norm, his name is Chris. Now Chris is going to tell you all about the membership. Thank you.
I changed my name depending on what your name is. It's safer that way.
It's safe, it's incognito.
We want to enlarge the membership of the neighborhood. So our fees are like $5, $10, $15, $20. Basically, if you like to give 50, you can give 50. But we want you on our membership list. If you're on the list, you don't have to read, you don't have to come to the library. All you have to do is pay a fee. If you don't want to pay a fee, you don't have to. Don't tell me. But you'll be on our email list, you'll get our monthly report, and you can come to the programs. The more people are on our membership list, the more people will have our programs, and then the more people they'll tell about it, and then eventually the library will keep growing and growing. Now there's one other aspect of our membership list is we have volunteers. Franz here is one of our volunteers. She does our book sales. She's fantastic. You do not have to volunteer, but if those guys who lose the election tonight, you want to get back, this is your chance. A real good job for the neighborhood. So please, get it, to join, you can go on our website, you can come to the library, just leave a check, leave your email address, leave what you like, $1, $100, and we're all set, okay? Thank you for having us here tonight.
Do you want to just quickly say if the contact information, so we have
Sure.
being recorded, you have that, and I'll if you can entertain some questions to the extent that we have any, then certainly
That'd be great.
you can do that.
Our website is friendsnelibrary.org. Our email address is info@friendsnelibrary.org. Just drop by the library. These applications will be there. Do you have any questions? Rita will answer
You'll
the
see me
questions.
around.
Where did the idea for the giving tree come from?
so it's great.
We just started a few years ago, and we only had an annual holiday party, which is a free party open to all the neighbors. So that's a very popular event. We had our annual gala, which is also a very inexpensive event. And so somebody said, well, why don't we just bring that giving tree and leave it in the library? So we found somebody at North Bennett Street School, fantastic carpentry. You've probably all been there and seen some of their work. It's a nice little tree. It's going to be permanently put in the library with some little tags on it for your donations. So you walk in, you see you want to give a chair or a light bulb or whatever, you just grab that and give it to the librarian and put some money and she'll go out and buy it.
Anyone in the audience have any questions, comments?
Bring your books. If you don't have any room at home for your old books, bring them to the library and dump them.
Excellent.
You buy a book, return it. Buy another book, return it. Okay? That's where we're making our money. Thank you.
Great, thank you.